Okay, let's dive right into this. Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're embarking on this honestly incredible journey tracing one of the ocean's most fascinating creatures. We're going through the ultimate guide to tuna species, selection, and sushi. So, we're going to follow this magnificent fish all the way from its life as a wild, open ocean apex predator right down to the everyday cans in your pantry, and then all the way up to the most exclusive, high-end sushi counters in the world. It's going to be a fun one.
To keep us on track, here is our roadmap for today. 1. Meet the tuna family. 2. The Battle of the Ahi. 3. Decoding canned tuna. 4. Rare sushi cuts revealed. And 5. Nutrition and mercury risks.
Section 1. Meet the tuna family, from ocean giants to pantry staples. So let's start out in the open ocean and look at the broader family tree, right? Tunas belong to the Scombridia family, which, surprisingly enough, actually includes mackerels as well. But within that family, you've got the true tunas, scientifically known as the Thunini tribe. These are your thick-bodied heavyweights like albacore, yellowfin, and bluefin. They're anatomically totally distinct from their cousins in the Sardini tribe, like the dogtooth tuna, which have those more elongated, mackerel-like bodies, and really sharp conical teeth.
Now, check out this staggering number, 1,496. That is the official all-tackle record weight in pounds for a single Atlantic bluefin caught off Nova Scotia back in 1979. I mean, that is literally the weight of a small car. The bluefin is absolutely the undisputed king of tunas. They're these massive, warm-blooded ocean giants. And get this, they can cross entire oceans in less than 60 days. It's just mind-blowing.
But here's a really fascinating piece of historical irony for you. Despite their sheer majesty, giant bluefin weren't always respected. In fact, before the latter half of the 20th century, sport fishermen wanted nothing to do with them. As you can see from this quote, they were considered unpalatable, literally ground up for pet food at best. And today, well, a single giant bluefin can easily fetch hundreds of thousands of dollars at a sushi market. Talk about a glow-up, right? A complete reversal of fortune.
Moving right along to Section 2. The Battle of the Ahi, Yellowfin versus Bigeye.
So you see the word ahi on menus literally everywhere. But what does it actually mean? Well, it's the Hawaiian word for fire. And the backstory here is so cool. These fish are so incredibly fast and powerful that when traditional fishermen hooked them, the fishing lines would spin overboard so rapidly that the friction would literally cause the wooden sides of the canoes to smoke and catch fire. How wild is that?
But here's the thing, when you order ahi, you're actually getting one of two completely different species. On one side, we have yellowfin. It's slimmer, has a really subtle flavor, and a firm texture that's basically tailor-made for sashimi. On the flip side, we have bigeye. This one's a plumper fish, much higher fat content, which gives it this creamy, rich flavor that holds up beautifully when you grill it as a steak. And hey, if you ever need to tell them apart like a pro, there is one foolproof way. Under the skin, the bigeye has a striated or striped liver, whereas the yellowfin's liver is completely smooth.
All right, Section 3. Decoding canned tuna. What the labels actually mean.
If you've ever stood there feeling totally overwhelmed staring at that massive wall of canned tuna at the grocery store, trust me, you are not alone. Let's decode this once and for all. The single most important distinction to look for is white versus light. White tuna is always, 100% of the time, albacore. It's got a firm, meaty texture, a very mild, non-fishy flavor, and slightly more fat and omega-3s. Light tuna, on the other hand, that's usually a blend of smaller species, mainly skipjack or sometimes yellowfin. It's softer, a lot flakier, packs a richer, more pronounced tuna flavor, and is generally lower in calories. Now, the real secret is how you combine the cut and the liquid. Chunk just means the fish is broken into smaller flakes, perfect for mixing up a classic tuna salad or throwing into a wrap. Solid means you're getting large, intact fillets. Those look gorgeous plated up in, say, an elegant salad niçoise. And then for the liquid, water-packed gives you a clean, low-calorie taste for diet-conscious meals. But oil-packed, that gives you this rich, luxurious, smooth texture that's just incredible in indulgent pasta dishes or grain bowls.
But you might have noticed a missing combination on those store shelves. You never see solid light tuna. Why is that? Well, remember how light tuna usually comes from the skipjack species? Skipjack are relatively small fish. We're talking about 3 feet long and maybe 70 pounds. And because they're cooked before they're canned, their meat becomes super fragile. They're just way too small and delicate to be packed as massive, solid, intact fillets. It's kind of a giant puzzle, but that's the missing piece. Okay, on to Section 4. Rare sushi cuts revealed, beyond Otoro and Akami. Let's elevate our journey now and step right up to the fine dining sushi counter. You probably know the standard cuts, right? Akami, which is the lean red meat, and Otoro, the fatty belly. But a single bluefin tuna is actually this incredibly complex anatomical map of flavor, with these ultra-exclusive micro-cuts reserved for only the most loyal regulars. Look at the sheer variety here. You've got the hachinomi from the crown of the head, which yields just 1 precious kilogram per fish. The kamatoro, tucked right behind the jaw, has this meltingly soft, highly detailed marbling. Then there's the tasaki at the base of the head, super muscular, packed with flavor, and often served as the very first hand roll in a high-end omakase. Oh, and the hohoniku, the cheek meat. It's so stringy and juicy that chefs usually give it a light torching to bring out its best texture. It's honestly amazing how moving just a few inches on the fish completely changes the entire culinary experience. However, there is one highly prominent cut you will never see served raw as sushi, and that's the chiai. This is the dark red meat that's just heavily packed with blood veins. Now, nutritionally, it's incredible. It's loaded with a powerful antioxidant called seleninine, but because of its high acidity and really strong bloody odor, it simply doesn't work as a raw sushi topping. It's just not going to happen.
Finally, Section 5. Nutrition and mercury risks, balancing the benefits.
Let's connect this whole journey from the ocean to the plate by looking at how tuna actually impacts our bodies. First, the benefits, because tuna is an absolute nutritional powerhouse. It's exceptionally high in lean protein but really low in saturated fat. It is absolutely packed with heart-healthy omega-3 fatty acids and loaded with essential minerals. Think phosphorus, magnesium, and selenium, which, by the way, is fantastic for your thyroid health. Eating this regularly can improve your heart health, lower your blood pressure, and give your immune system a pretty serious boost.
But we do have to impartially look at the biological reality here. Because tuna sit at the very top of the oceanic food chain, they eat a lot of smaller fish over a really long lifespan. What this means is they naturally bioaccumulate higher levels of heavy metals, specifically mercury, in their tissue over time. This isn't a scare tactic, it's just a scientific reality of their environment and diet, and it does represent a specific dietary risk that we need to be mindful of, particularly for pregnant women and young children.
So we've traveled from the incredibly fast, smoking lines of the ahi fisherman to the precise, delicate cuts of a master sushi chef, and right down to deciphering the labels in your grocery aisle. You've got the full picture now. Considering those powerful nutritional benefits and culinary joys, balanced against the realities of their environment, how will you apply this knowledge the next time you reach for a can, order a steak, or sit down for a sushi roll? Think about it. And hey, enjoy your next bite with a whole new level of appreciation.